Recently, I got myself an Ender 3 V2, a low-cost 3D printer from Creality. It works amazing and I was testing out with different models from Thingiverse and some of my own projects. So far I'm pretty impressed with it. Most of the time it's very reliable and overall quality is very good. So in this video, we'll see a quick assembly montage and review on my first 3D printer that I own. So without any further delay, let's get started. The package was pretty simple. It comes with a user manual, a thank you note, and finally an after-sale warranty card. You might be wondering if this is a knockoff by seeing the name Ol3D. But trust me, this is an actual Ender 3 V2. Ol3D is just the reseller of this 3D printer in India. Just to be transparent, nobody is sponsoring this video. I bought the 3D printer on my own. So whatever I talk about the printer in this video will be based on my personal experience. Let's start with the unboxing. We have an aluminum extrusion, which we'll be using in the Z-axis assembly. Then we have the hot end. Okay, that seems attached to the base, so let's see the other things first. This is the extruder and the X-axis stepper motor setup. Looks pretty complicated. I hope this is easy to put together later on. Then we have the spool holder. Finally the gorgeous display. Everything looks neat and no damages so far. So let's move on to the bigger part, the base of the printer. Here we have the hot end with fancy casing. I guess they might have tested this unit before they sent me, because I can still see some residue of the filament on the tip of the nozzle. As long as it works without any issues, I'm completely fine with it. For the other things inside the box, we need to remove this layer of the foam. So we have some sample filament, end stops, and a few different nuts and bolts. Then we have another aluminum extrusion and a power cable. This is nice, we got a scraper, but if the printer heat bed works just like the manufacturer promised, I hope we'll never have to use this because of the special coating on the heat bed. The parts will automatically pop off once the temperature of the heat bed drops. Finally, we have some tools required for the printer, then the Z-axis stepper motor. When I dug more inside the Ziploc, I found a few interesting things, which we'll be taking a look at in the later part of the video. So that's all the components that I received with this package. Now for the build. I don't think so I'm experienced enough to show you how to build this, because I feel the manual and the SD card that comes with a 3D printer is excellent and you can quickly make your 3D printer up and running. So just take a cup of coffee, sit back and enjoy the sort of time-lapse video of the build process. It took almost 3 hours to assemble, and also it was a bit tedious, especially while recording. If you don't plan on recording, you can probably do it in an hour or two. Anyway, let's see why I got this printer in the first place, and later, let's see a few test prints that I have done. The major reason I got this is because of these major points: silent stepper drivers, glass bed, meanwhile power supply, the TFT color display, the thick rubber pads, and finally for the price. Let's break it down. I have used the 3D printer in the past, but not extensively. The major problem I had with those were the sounds made by the stepper motors. It used to be very distracting while working, especially once you are very close to the printer. But this printer comes with a silent stepper drivers, so that the stepper motors almost makes no sound. But you will hear some fan noise which isn't that noticeable. But if you wish, with a little bit of upgrading, you can even get rid of that. Then comes the glass bed. It's not essential, but the coating comes with the 3D printer makes them easy to use. For most of my prints, I don't even have to use any sticky tapes or glue to get the perfect first layer. The other major difference is the power supply. It uses a Meanwheel power supply which is completely hidden under the base, so it's completely safe to use and accidental touches won't be a problem. People tend to miss the small details like these thick rubber pads. They reduce a lot of vibration and make sure that the printer doesn't move unnecessarily. Finally, the 2 points, display and the price. The display won't make much difference in terms of performance, but personally I like it a lot with the UI and how it lets me navigate and stuff. It's also kind of a bummer that it's not a touchscreen, but still pretty good than the previous version, which used to come with the basic graphic LCD display. In terms of price, this was perfect. This had all the features I was looking for, at least most of them. When I bought this, it was around 22,000 Indian rupees, that's approximately $300. And I spent another 3 to 4,000 on the upgrades and filaments. But I haven't installed the upgrades yet. Maybe I can do that for another video. Since this is my first 3D printer that I own, I have very little experience to complain about anything. But there are few things I missed. The first one would be auto bed leveling. Personally, I don't prefer manual bed leveling, and I feel the bed leveling in the printer doesn't stay for very long. So almost every other print I have to re-level the bed. Other than this, I haven't faced any major issues so far. Now let's see a few things that I printed using this 3D printer. So this is the calibration cube. You can see the prints are amazing. All X, Y and Z axis, and there is no layer shifts. Then we have the phone holder. Then we have the vase. You can see all this printed model on my Instagram and the print settings I used. Since I haven't installed the Octoprint, I can't show you guys the cool 3D printing time-lapse videos yet. So maybe in the future I'll try to make a video on Octoprint as well as on upgrading some crucial parts of the Ender 3 V2 3D printer. I think this should sum up the video. So if you have liked the video so far, hit the like button and subscribe to watch the upcoming videos. You can also watch other interesting videos on my channel, so don't forget to check them out.